It's October 16th and I'm standing at the Clermont County Municipal Courthouse where I came to watch Judge Margaret Clark's courtroom. And let me tell you a little story. And I don't know this is on Margaret Clark. She seems like a nice woman. Everybody that knows me knows I'm against these visiting judges that are retired, aged out judges, which she is one in their 70s. They're not really capable of running a court, so it's not personal on her, okay? But to run a full municipal docket day in, day out is just not something that is appropriate for a visiting judge that is a person who is aged out. But let me tell you a little story. One time when I was in Istanbul, Turkey, honest to God, I asked to be taken to a Catholic church, which pretty much everywhere in the world you can ask. Muslim countries, everything can be asked to taken to a Catholic church. And they dropped me off at this place and I went in, it was a church, and I went inside and it was like an alien thing to me. It was some sort of Orthodox. I had no idea what was going on in the church. And I was afraid to leave because it was like there was no organized ceremony. Guy would come out, he would go, just like random people moving, not like a traditional service you would think of where there's readings and they're in a congregation and a priest or something, or a reverend. And that's what I felt like in Margaret Clark's courtroom this morning, is it was just like disorganized nothing. Basically, I think I sat there for 2 hours and I still don't know what happened. It was like nothing happened. It was just like, and what I'll do is I'll put the video maybe on extreme acceleration of the whole 2 hours just to get a flavor for, I guess, nothing having happened. Well, I then went away and worked on some other things. And I came back and for the afternoon docket, which is when they have actual trials and so forth. And then I went in and it was like just totally nothing going on, like totally disorganized. And that's when I started to realize it seemed like it was the prosecutor, I think his last name was Siebert, who was more responsible than the judge. It was just like disorganized. And she was wanting to get on with a trial that I guess had not completed on a prior date and was continued in progress.
Mr. Siebert, are we going to get a trial on this spring?
That one is up in the air right now, Your Honor. I think there's a possibility we will not. We have an agreement, it looks like, on the animal cruelty case. It's as to the other case, whether we go to trial or not. Yes.
Because we have Mr. Human that was continued in progress from last week.
I believe that one will go.
Well, that's kind of what I thought, but let's get moving on something.
Yes, Judge.
I sat there for an hour, I think, before anything happened. And it was just bizarre to me. In the morning, I had real quick peeked my head into Nathan Little's courtroom, and it was like what I expected. He was calling cases, people were coming up, and it seemed to have the level of organization you would expect in a court.
Mr. Duncan, you're here for something. What are you here for?
Yes, I'm here on Harrison.
Let's go do that next. Next case will be State of Ohio versus Christopher Harrison. This is 2025 TRD 09085. Good morning, sir. You're Mr. Harrison?
Yes, sir.
All right, good morning. This matter is set before the court today for a plea or trial setting. Mr. Duncan is present. Mr. Hellbong is here on behalf of the State of Ohio. I see that there's a request to continue this case. Go ahead, Mr. Duncan.
Yes, Your Honor.
But not in Margaret Clark's courtroom. But I started to think, especially in the afternoon, it's like the prosecutor's office is disorganized and not ready and working on plea deals and so forth while they're supposed to be having the trial. And it just went on. And I think the judge became frustrated. And the feeling of frustration you got with her, with the inability of anybody to get anything moving before her. She's just sitting up there wasting a ton of time. Now, maybe this is normal, but in other courts, Judge Beckman's court and Judge Little's court, in particular, it just seems way more organized, way more put together. There actually was part of a trial after in Judge Clark's courtroom, and a young lady testified, and I recorded that testimony. She did not object to being recorded.
So that's why you came here today?
Today?
Yes. Because you're friend with Jesse?
No, I came here to
testify on what I see.
So one crazy thing that happened while I was filming, which I had permission to film, is that some guy from the prosecutor's office, another attorney, stood directly in front of my camera, blocking the testimony of a person who agreed to be videoed testifying. I got up and I touched the prosecutor guy, who I don't know who he is, I'll figure that out, and asked him to move out of the way, and then he got in my face. The funny thing is, all going to be on video.
Okay. So he was focused on me.
Can you stop touching me?
And
Get your hands
he
off.
went outside, the door was closed.
No, it's okay.
It was open. Okay. But he was inside. You just said in the kitchen.
And I have no contact there. But when everybody came outside, they walked into the building.
So my observation from Judge Clark's court, whoever's responsible, is that it just is like disorganized. I can't believe she's getting through her docket. I can't believe that it's moving things forward. And it's just very concerning to me because I think this court has been a scandal-plagued mess.
Example 1, disgraced Judge Jesse Krazy, who was beneficiary of a cover-up but then caught in the park by me in sexual activity with his hot assistant. Or how about crazy Katie Terpstra, the judge who gives a meltdown when asked a question? Or how about former administrator Stephanie Boyer, who lied to protect Krazy when being interviewed?
And I got the feeling that maybe part of the issue is not just the judges, but the staff and the prosecutors' inability to execute and operate the court in an efficient, professional manner.